the stage. Listen, let me go ahead and say this one more time. Listen, I told you I got my notes. I told you I got my drink. I told you I got my vest. And I say vested up over here 365 degrees. Listen, once again, we're going to talk about Shedeur Sanders. We're going to talk about the NFL. We're going to talk about the NFLPA. Yeah, we're going to talk about those royalties for Shedeur Sanders, y'all. And we're going to talk about why is the NFL got additional collusion and antitrust lawsuits in the past that may come and haunt them in 2026, y'all. When Tony Talks messing up, why you keep going into this investigation stuff? Because that's what we're here for. That's what Tony Talks Vested Up is here for. I told you, if you only want score the stats and plays, this is not the channel for you. But if you want to go over stats and plays and investigations and trash cans and locker rooms and NFL report cards and digging in dumpsters and fires and creating fires, this is the channel for you over here. Tony Talks Vested Up, y'all. I'm so excited. Listen, y'all. Listen. And this is still part of the prelude. Why is the NFL so dumb that they document everything, even they scandals? Tony Talk, what you talking about? Let me calm down. The NFL is so dumb. They document their crimes. Therefore, even when Shedeur Sanders want to move forward, now mind you, by this time they probably already scrubbed some things, right? But they didn't change their stripes. And remember, I said they're definitely going to settle based off the amount of documents that Brian Flores was approved to request in discovery. Remember when I said there's a reason why he said 1,000 documents? Let's just say if I was Brian Flores, right? And if the true number of documents that I wanted, let's say was maybe roughly about 250, right? But I know if I can panic the NFL and request such a bigger number, there may be some things in other documents that I didn't know about that I would catch in my net by requesting such a number as 1,000 documents. I'm going to get to this. You'll see exactly why I'm so excited in this introduction. You ain't got to hear from me. I'm just going to play you what Mr. Smith said. I'm going to call him Mr. Smith. But we finna start this show right here. Let's go ahead and congratulate our nephew, Shedeur Sanders, on that $17.7 million. And guess what, y'all? It was several checks. It wasn't just a $17.7 million check. Nah, it came out in increments. And y'all, based off this article right here, they said Shedeur Sanders got his first check May 2025. Well, Tony Talks Vested Up, why are you looking like that? This is why I'm looking like this. Well, if that's the case, and if you go and look at the timeline, Shedeur Sanders was only drafted in April of what? April 2022, 23, 24. That's the dates, right? So what happened within 30 days? Well, I'm gonna show you the article. Now, I know Shedeur Sanders, I don't even think Shedeur Sanders at that time, his number wasn't even official within 30 days. But anyway, we're going to talk about this. I'm going to go to the chat. I'm going to see what y'all know. We're going to talk about this. But the first thing we're finna do, we're finna go ahead and give Shedeur Sanders his flowers. Let's go ahead and give Shedeur Sanders his flowers. Y'all, we already know this right here. Shedeur Sanders. And listen, they already projecting that Shedeur Sanders is even going to have a bigger check next year because that jersey sales, and because those tickets, and because the headlines. What do you really think Shedeur Sanders? Well, I kind of did, to be honest with you. You remember when Shedeur, and maybe he did do it for the community, but I'm pretty sure, God dang, Tony, don't say that. Let's go ahead and play this right. So today we'll celebrate the Shedeur Sanders got that $17.7 million. Listen, I already know this news came in about 6 hours ago, so you have already heard this, but I got to put my spin on it. You know I got to give it from a different perspective. You already know what I do. Let me go and pull this up right here. Shedeur Sanders. Let me go and read it right here. Y'all know I'm smiling. I got so happy. Shedeur Sanders has received 17.7 through NFLPA. Now, y'all know I talk about the NFLPA. Now, also based on some of these clips that I'm going to share with you later, I'm going to say the next 10 minutes, y'all going to see why this is significant. I'm going to say, I don't want to put that out there. I'm going to say this is significant because the NFL, they don't track their finances like everybody else does. So actually, he may be due more. Y'all. I'm going to tell you exactly what I mean. Hold on. Let me go ahead. Let me read this right here. Now, I hate this article, but I'm going to go ahead and say this. I hate this article. I hate how they started up. Shed no tear for Shedeur Sanders in his 2020 draft day free fall. The devil is a lie. We're still going to be hollering about that collusion against Shedeur Sanders. But you already know, based off how this article starts, somebody had some issues with Shedeur Sanders. No. I don't care if Shedeur Sanders, just off what he made in royalties in 2025, if it equated to a first round pick, we don't care. Shedeur Sanders is supposed to have been his own first round pick last year, number 1, 2, or 3, with a mega signing bonus. Now we're going to continue to talk. We're going to continue to shed tears. We're going to continue until Shedeur Sanders is rendered his back pay. And I'm saying that with my chest, okay? The recent LM, hey, look on the screen. LM is on the screen. Filed by the NFL Players Association reveals that Sanders, through his SS Legendary LLC, received more than $17.7 million from the NFLPA from May 2025 through February 2026. That number was first reported by Daniel Kaplan in an item for the first front office sports. Per Kaplan, that figure shadows. Now, what did I say last night? Now, y'all, didn't I say last night? Hold on, let me go. I still got it. Hold on. Didn't I say last night that when we got into that Tom Brady segment about what him and his wife was doing, didn't I say that Shedeur Sanders was going to continue to break NFL records on his rookie year contracts? And didn't I say Shedeur Sanders was even going to break more Tom Brady records, who was a round 6, 199? If you was in that live, go ahead and drop a vets in the chat, because I know y'all was in there. Well, why I'm bringing Tom Brady up? This is why I'm bringing Tom Brady back up. The article goes ahead and says, the number first reported by Daniel Kaplan is an item from Front Office Sports. Per Kappa, here we go, y'all. That figure shatters the prior one-year record of 9.5 held by Tom Brady. Once again, per Kaplan, that figure shatters the prior one-year record of $9.5 million held by Tom Brady. So you mean to tell me, and of course this article didn't say exactly what year Tom Brady had that record, but let's just go out there and say, I don't know, 2002, 2004. We already know Tom Brady was in the league for 23 years. So you could say, let's just go ahead and gamble and say 2012, wink, wink. You know why I said 2012, wink, wink. That's also the year that Django came out. Also, that was Tom Brady's number and Shedeur Sanders' jersey number. So let's just say 2012, wink, wink. Let's say Tom Brady shattered or created this record back in 2012. So you mean to tell me for the last 14 years or plus, and y'all see where I'm about to go, that record had been held by Tom Brady, and you mean to tell me Shedeur Sanders in the matter of what? 1 year has broken Tom Brady's number. So all the haters and the doubters out there that said that Shedeur Sanders could never do what Tom Brady did, go ahead and bring up this number to him. Go ahead and tell all the haters and the doubters and everybody that said Shedeur Sanders could never even come be mentioned in the same sentence as Tom Brady. Go ahead and throw this figure out here, y'all. Let me go ahead. Read it for yourself. Read it for yourself. This is what Shedeur Sanders did. Whoo! We talking about in 1 year, and Tom Brady could have had this record in 12, 13, 22. Don't matter how Shedeur Sanders did it in 1 year. And guess what, y'all? Based off what's going to happen this year, hold on, let me back up. If Shedeur Sanders did this last year with only starting 7 games, right? Wink, wink. Can you imagine what Shedeur Sanders is going to do this year? Even if he started quarterback 2, QB2, just imagine what imagine what he's already done. Imagine what he's going to do, and matter what he's going to be. Let me come now, y'all. Let me go and get through this article, y'all. I'm so excited. Hold on. Whoo, here we go. PTF has confirmed the number which appears in the union annual federal filing. The document reflects 13 different payments. Shedeur Sanders in 2025 to 2026 got 13 different payments, from royalties, player marketing, to SSS legendary, totaling 17.7 million. The biggest payment, y'all, this is why I asked you that question, and I'm being so serious. According to this article here, the biggest payment was made on May 16, 2025. Yes, the biggest payment was made on May 16, 2025 in the amount of $9.2 million. The second payment, which was $2 million, was made January the 23rd, 2026. Now, what happened in January, y'all? What happened in January? Y'all? Think about it. So once again, Shedeur Sanders, all of these royalties, they expended 13 payments. The first payment was made May 16, 2025. Y'all, I'm not crazy, y'all. An amount of $9.2 million. So did the NFL, did they have to pay Shedeur Sanders for all of the ratings that occurred during the NFL draft? When Tony Talks vested up, why you say that? Did the NFL have to pay Shedeur Sanders $9.2 million because of the NFL draft? Did they mean they had to pay Shedeur Sanders for day 1, all those ratings, day 2, all those ratings, day 3, all those ratings? If you think I'm crazy, hold on. This is the reason why I say this right here. Most players' royalty through the NFLPA. When Shedeur Sanders signed that contract and got drafted, quote unquote, he became an employee of the NFL day 1 drafted. Most players' royalty come through the NFLPA through group licensing deals, which compensate players for jersey sales, trading cards, video games, and other collectives. As one source suggests, the $9.2 million to Sanders in May 2025 may have reflected his individual card trading guarantee, something that's likely would have been negotiated before he slipped round 1 to round 5 in the NFL. That may be true. But based off what I'm going to play for you, Shedeur Sanders, because of his name and he drove those ratings, he got a piece of what the NFL got regarding marketing, commercials, and ads during the NFL draft last year. You can't tell me Shedeur Sanders is not getting a piece of that pie or has already got a piece of that pie from the NFL draft last year. Even though it was colluded against him, he got paid for it. Regarding the $17.7 million Sanders made in royalties in 1 year, drove the total's 4-year value of his rookie contract. Yeah, we already know that rookie contract. Listen, that is money. That that rookie contract that Shedeur Sanders got, that $4.6 million, that's chump change. Based off the money that Shedeur Sanders is pulling in and has already pulled in, that is chump change. That's his piggy bank money, right? The payments also exceeds the full this is what I was saying. Here we go. The payment, the 17.7 payment, also exceeds the full 4-year contract signed by Packer receiver Matthew Golden, whose contract was $17.5 million. And guess what, y'all? Well, why are they bringing up Matthew Golden? The reason why they brought up Matthew Golden, because last year, the same year that Shedeur Sanders was drafted, Matthew Golden was also drafted, and he was a first-round pick, number 23. So Shedeur Sanders has already started recouping his money slowly but surely behind the scenes. And guess what? I said it, NFL still owes Shedeur Sanders another check this year because of last year, and it's called PFL3. And if you don't know what that is, members only, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put that video behind the scenes because I already talked about that. They still owe Shedeur Sanders more money this year because of last year and something called PPF3. Now, let me go to the comments and then I'm going to move on. But congratulations, Shedeur Sanders, wherever you are in this world. Congratulations. And Shedeur Sanders, I'm pretty sure, knowing that who your daddy is, you have your money safeguarded under lock and key. You probably got 3 and 4 teams. They're making sure that nobody is in the background robbing you. You're getting what's due. I'm pretty sure you got a strong financial team because we definitely don't want you. And I'm going to say no other NFL player to experience what Floyd Money Mayweather is going through right now when he tried to do right by his money, but got caught up in schemes and fake $1 billion schemes. I'm pretty sure, Shedeur Sanders, you're taking care of business behind the scenes. But congratulations, young man. Congratulations. Touched. They think they can never be touched. That's just why I said the walls is crumbling down on the NFL, and they don't even see it, y'all. But they know it now. They feel it. They feel it. Let me go ahead. Let me congratulations, Shedeur. Congratulations, Shedeur. Congratulations, Shedeur. Come on. Hey, once Shedeur is confirmed QB1, it's going to get real dangerous. He is going to make even more money. Listen, they're not, that article there, I think they still was a little jealous and envy because why they mentioned the commercials and the advertisements and even the season tickets, season holder tickets and the sales and the ticket sales. What Tony Talks vested up, what you talking about? This is what I'm talking about. And Boston. Hold on, y'all. Boston just got Shedeur Sanders number 12. Remember the picture we talked about last night with Boston with that ring of fire? Is that why? Okay, we're going to talk about that behind the scenes. Tom Brady going to hate on Shedeur Sanders. It was 2021 when Tom Brady was the Buccaneers. Right, but I don't know when he broke that record in terms of royalties. I need to Google that. I need to Google what year did Tom Brady get that 9.7 in royalties? And then I'll be able to put lock the date down. Yes, ma'am. Number 2 is being double blessed. Good measures, pressed down, shaking over, running over. God is pouring it out on him.